Hello, Crystal Palace. Welcome to the Upper Norwood Library Hub's Library Live Lunch. This is intended as a way of keeping the community connected, sharing positive stories and useful information. So today's guests are Danielle Mason and Robin Priestley, the manager and head chef of the Sparrowhawk Pub in Crystal Palace. It's lovely to have you guys here. Thank you for joining us. Tell us a bit about your backgrounds.
Do you want to start?
You go ahead, Danielle.
Okay, so Robin and I met quite a few number of years ago when Robin had a restaurant in Battersea. It was French Bistro, which is his kind of cooking background. And I waitressed for him there because I was a textile designer struggling away, not making much money, and I always had to waitress. And then we kind of struck a firm friendship.
Yeah. And then we decided to take a punt in the pub game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is what we did.
Yeah, which led us to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, the first time we came to Crystal Palace really was when we came to look at Sparrowhawk.
Yeah.
Which was about, well, that was 2009
or 10?
No,
10.
2010. Yeah.
I love that you can't remember. it's obviously going well.
Yeah. Yeah. Still here.
Yeah.
What led you to Crystal Palace?
Well, it was really...
Well, we were looking for a pub at the time, and we were looking far and wide for something suitable that we could afford. And I think actually, if I remember correctly, we originally came to look at the Alma because we saw that was on the market. But we drove past the Sparrowhawk and there was a sign outside saying to let. And we dialed the number and went through the interview process and well, they chose us.
Yeah. The rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history, yes.
Excellent. And what are your sort of aims and ethos with the pub?
We've always had a kind of really strong focus on food, fresh food, all made in-house, and with a kind of relaxed but friendly, attentive service kind of vibe was really...
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely a foodie pub. I mean, I've been a chef all my working life. So the emphasis is always on that, but obviously we love our drinkers too, so we're missing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough at the moment, isn't it? I'm sure that they're missing you as well.
Yeah, a few of them have mentioned us, yeah.
And did your so Robin, you said sort of French style was your original background, and Danielle actually textile artist. So have those backgrounds kind of merged in the Sparrowhawk?
Absolutely. I mean, I think the partnership works really well because I'm pretty much kitchen focused and Danielle takes care of everything else.
Yeah, yeah. So I've kind of focused, I've
all the design, all the decor. I mean, we choose things like the crockery together and the plates and stuff like that. But other than that, all the design that you see around you is Danielle. This is our function room. Yeah, that leaves me free to concentrate on the food, really.
Excellent. Cool. And actually, so since you mentioned the function room, under normal circumstances, this is the upstairs room.
Yeah.
It? So what sort of things happen in the function room?
A wide variety. We kind of have yoga classes, life drawing classes, function kind of meals parties.
Yeah, like parties. We have our Fox Tots, which is Rosie Fox, who has a kids class that happens 3 times a week in here during the day.
Comedy nights.
And then anything from weddings to funerals and in between.
Amazing. Big variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's happened in here, literally.
I'm not going to ask about that. Clearly don't go there.
Very nice.
So how are you guys functioning at the moment? You said obviously you can't have people actually in the pub, but you've just started doing some stuff again.
So we've got our roasts to go on a Sunday, which is getting more and more popular.
That's our hot takeaway roast. You pre-order it, and you have a kind of collection slot time. And I mean, we've had great feedback from that.
Yeah, and we're working on an app. Well, someone is working on an app on our behalf, I would say, to make it much easier for our customers. Because we do understand it's a little bit of a faff at the moment. You know, they have to email us, then we have to call them, and then we have to call them again to take payment. So we're looking to simplify that for our customers at the moment. And then on the other side, we've started the nearly ready meals, which is a slightly slower burner, but we've got a few customers every day.
Tell us about the almost ready meals.
Well, it's designed so that basically pretty much everything either goes in the microwave for 2 minutes or the oven for 20 minutes. And really it's just things you can pop in the oven to make things easier for yourself. I mean...
So I'd say like our best selling things on that so far are confit duck, chicken Kiev,
chicken pies.
Wow.
Dauphinoise potatoes I sell.
I think things that you're not going to cook for yourself at home.
Especially if you're just one or two, I think. You know, cooking things for one or cooking things for two, often you don't want the wastage. You know, you don't want to cook dauphinoise just for yourself. So. And
it's all made fresh the morning that you collect. So it's not like it's been in a supermarket full of preservatives for, you know, 7 days or whatever. It's, you know, it's really... So
yeah, it was always, the idea was behind is that basically you've cooked it in the morning yourself, except you have an iPad.
Lovely, I love it. It's a beautiful compromise between kind of the ready meal and the gastropub.
Yeah,
Perfect. I have to say, because I did have a roast from you guys at the weekend, and it was really, really good. It was definitely my best meal of lockdown so far.
Thank you.
And I'm sure an app will be amazing for just streamlining the process. But actually, I did find that you guys were very efficient, and it was, you know, the process was clear, and it was totally worth it.
Good job, you were week 6.
Yeah, had a huge practice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, but I mean, everybody's learning, aren't they, at the moment? And I think generally people are appreciative of the fact. I was so grateful when things started opening for takeaway and stuff in Crystal Palace, and just being able to go and actually get a coffee from one of my favorite cafes on the walk.
Actually, I was too. You know, it gets boring eating your own food, but there was nothing open anywhere, so it was great. You know, because I live upstairs as well, so I have that. So I'm right in the centre of Crystal Palace all the time, and which is another reason why it works for social distancing, because I don't actually have to leave the pub to get any of my food. It all gets delivered here. So it's quite convenient.
I'd say one of the like really lovely things about the lockdown, you know, there are some positives, is that, you know, that communication with our customers and people, as you said, have been so appreciative. It's, you know, it's just lovely to have that communication.
And it's nice to keep the dialogue going whilst we're shut, because, you know, we'll be open again one day, and we don't want to relearn everyone's.
Yeah, absolutely. As well as the app, so do you have any kind of other potential plans, ideas?
Yeah, I mean, I think a major part of our new plans are we're trying to, well, we're in the process of converting a bit of our dining room into a deli, like many other pubs are doing.
Awesome.
So we'll be selling things like rotisserie chickens, and we'll have I think we're going to have like a salad bar selection, and other things that we haven't worked out yet. Maybe the old sausage roll for Danielle.
Yeah, so I'm trying to, like, you
she's
know,
pushing the sausage
rolls.
I mean, are you open to suggestions from your customers?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, our customers pretty much tell us what they want, and my experience over the 9 years we've been here is that we did have certain firm ideas of what we were going to give our customers, but, you know, when we get it wrong, they're very quick to tell us, and we have to adapt.
Because it doesn't, you know, it doesn't sell. The figures.
Yeah, you can see what works and what doesn't very quickly. So if you could just tell me straight away, that would solve a lot of problems. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Sorry, go on.
I say we welcome all customer suggestions.
Fantastic. Well, then, anybody who's watching this, if you have ideas of things you'd like the Sparrowhawk to sell in their forthcoming deli counter in the pub, get in touch and let them know what you'd like. It's great. It sounds really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we've had these ideas pre-lockdown, and we haven't had the nerve to do them. So funnily enough, it's kind of made us do it.
Yeah, no, we were thinking of various kind of deli ideas beforehand, but yeah, we never really had that last thing to push us over the edge.
Now we're there.
I think it's really interesting though, Danielle, as you're saying about the positives of lockdown. You know, there are some. I think there are silver linings or things that we can turn into positives, aren't there? And this is clearly one of them for you guys, kind of actually doing the things that you already had in mind, but maybe there's the time and the space and the real need to do it now.
Yeah, exactly.
And loads of times to practice everything as well.
Yeah.
And actually, in a situation where it seems to me that people are being pretty understanding about everybody's learning new tech, trying new things, learning how to do stuff under these circumstances, and so people are quite forgiving about testing stuff out.
They have been.
It's a really good time to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Because if it was another time, they'd just expect you to get it right straight away. And, you know, we're all human learning as we go along.
Yeah. So I guess the main question left really is how can people get in touch to find out more?
Usual pathways, social media. You know, we're constantly updating menus on the website, social media. We're on, you know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those normal.
Or just email the pub.
Or email us.
If all fails, call the pub, and you never know. We might answer if we're around.
Brilliant. And so the almost ready meals are available. That's Wednesday to Saturday, isn't it? And then roast on Sunday. Yeah. Sunday.
And you've got to order by 6 p.m. the night before for all of those.
For the next day. But I mean, I had someone call me up this morning asking me if I could do something, and I wasn't very busy, so that's fine as well.
Yeah, if we can.
If I can, I will. If I can't.
I suppose it partly depends if you just it's dependent on what you've got available, isn't it?
Exactly. That's what I said. If you order something I have, I can do it.
And I guess just going back to what you're saying about everything kind of freshly prepared, and you mentioned before to me about sort of the eco side as well, sustainable. Yeah. So actually ordering is good, isn't it, from that point of view?
Yeah, ordering's great. You know, one, we can't afford to do this with much wastage, you know, and it's a really nice bonus that at the end of a Sunday, if you've sold everything, you know, there's not much going into landfill.
I think the wastage is our key point, is that, I mean, I think we priced everything fairly competitively, and which means that we really have to be strict on not wasting, or we don't make any money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, you know, as I think, you know, a restaurant business, you're always looking ways to get greener.
Yes, well, I mean, getting greener helps us too, because all the packaging and the wastage there, anything to avoid that.
Yeah, so we'll keep, you know, adjusting and moving forward.
We'd like, you know, people to bring their plates to us before.
Yeah, if people want to do that, we could do that. We could do that, you know.
Amazing.
With a little cross.
Well, is that something, this is off the top of my head, but is that something that might be an option for the deli counter, that people could bring their own containers to fill?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
I mean, we hadn't got that far ahead, but now you mention it, why not?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Because that, you know, this takeaway business is a whole new world to us, and you do suddenly see a lot of packaging. So anyway, to reduce that would be great.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see it, but this room is surrounded by packaging at the moment. Yeah.
Well, I suppose you need more than normal, don't you? Because everything's takeaway. Yeah. Well, you're in a good place for sustainability in Crystal Palace. There's lots of willingness, isn't there?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a really good. Crystal Palace is a fab area, isn't it?
No, I love Crystal Palace. Yeah.
You know, you've been living above the pub for how many years?
Well, 8 years now. Yeah.
Do you find it straight away? No.
Do you find it difficult getting separation from work and life?
Difficult, I would say it's impossible. It's impossible because we don't. Yeah. We love living here, but there's a yin to every yang.
And Danielle, you don't live in Crystal Palace, actually, do you?
No. Very inconveniently, I moved to the south coast a few years into the pub, much to Robin's horror. It took a few years to get over that one, but we're over it now.
We're over it now.
We're over it now. which is lovely, but it does make work a bit tricky sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's just everyone in lockdown is doing things remotely. It's just Danielle's done that for longer.
Yeah, exactly. I'm well practiced.
So you sort of have opposite problems, but you're well set up actually for this situation when it arose.
Yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
much, yeah. Because I mean, that deals with most of the stuff from home.
Yeah,
and comes in maybe once a week.
Yeah.
When she's not having babies.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair enough.
But you've had, so since we started, we've had 3 children, not together.
Not together.
And 3 dogs as well. So,
and, yeah, 3 dogs. Between us.
Between us.
And there's the pre-existing child as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
It's all hard work.
So you're both kept very busy by work and home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all very rewarding, shall we say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, it's nearly 10 years of the Sparrowhawk, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So that's fantastic. I hope that we'll be out of kind of the current situation in time to celebrate your 10 years, and I hope you'll have a party.
Yes,
definitely.
Yeah,
there's always a big party on our anniversaries.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Oh well, I've not been in Crystal Palace that long, but I will most certainly look out for it once we're out of this situation. It's brilliant that you were able to be in the same place actually for this this interview. That's great. I thought we might end up having a 3-way Zoom or something, but it was brilliant that you were able to be in the same place. So thank you very much. It's been fantastic to chat to you. Thank you very much indeed for that. I highly recommend the roasts. I have to say, I think that your almost ready meals look like amazing value, so I am definitely trying that at some point soon as well. And the bread was really amazing. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Really good. So I'm just going to move quickly into the rest of the live stream program. So as you guys watching probably know, we have a really big live stream program at the Library Hub. Basically anything that we could move from the venue to online, we've done as quickly as possible, and then we've started acquiring lots of extra things on the top as well. So we have everything from sort of morning mindfulness meditation, yoga, singing classes, children's stories. We have things like the Talkioki chat show that happens every fortnight. We have cross stitch with Alice. We have the edible garden with Tanya. And if there's anything we don't have yet that you would like, then please let us know. And if we can add it, we will. So thank you, Danielle and Robin. It's been really lovely to chat to you. All the best, and I shall look out for your deli counter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And everybody take care, enjoy the sun, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.